Hey, you guys, what's up? It's your commissioner speaking, and week 9 is in the books. Today is November 4th, 5th, November 5th, on a Tuesday, 2019. And our season, guys, it's only 4 weeks away from playoffs. Okay, it's not over, but we only have 4 games left, the normal regular season games, and it's getting like that crunch time, so like. I dropped again, guys. I lost to Aaron. That was a good match, though, Aaron. I could have had it last minute, but obviously it didn't happen. So kudos to you. You stayed on the top, so that's pretty good for you. In the meantime, Michael took a loss. Our number 1 team took another loss, so now we have a tie at the top of the peak. So yeah, this should be interesting to see who takes the MVT honors is different than our number 1 team. 2 different things, right? But yes, exciting, you guys. 4 games left, and I need to make those playoffs. Luckily, obviously, you gotta be on the top 6 to make playoffs, guys. And I believe Gabriel moved up to the 6th spot with a losing record, which means it's possible. Okay, all right. Don't give up hope, everybody. We're still in it. Alright, so let's get on and get with this. We had a really good week, a lot of high points, and then obviously start out with our quarterback. Check it out. Yeah, man, that guy was crazy. 378 yards, 5 touchdowns, a whopping 76.22. That is Charles' quarterback, Russell Wilson. So, good job for that. I mean, he did excellent when it comes to Charles' team. He scored almost 200 points, but just one of those weeks, you score 190 plus points and you still lose the game. But yeah, so he had a good week. Obviously, Russell Wilson was leading the charge, but not enough to beat Anthony. Anthony just going crazy. But speaking of Anthony, check out the running back this week. That's right, Christian McCaffrey again. That kid, from what the experts say, he's scratching the surface to break the fantasy football record held by LaDainian Tomlinson. Not sure which year, but obviously in the early 2000s, perhaps. Maybe like around 2009-ish. I could be wrong. I didn't look up the right info for this, but all I know that the record for fantasy football is held by LaDainian Tomlinson. That guy was just crazy when it comes to fantasy. You wanted to have him on your team. And Christian McCaffrey is approaching that record. Again, those numbers vary depending on the league. Obviously, on our league, did not exist back in the Lieutenant Tomlinson days, so I would not know what the number would have been. But McCaffrey, I mean, that guy's averaging 60 points a game, it looks like, every week. So that's crazy. 3 touchdowns altogether, 146 yards, 62.6. So Anthony, you got the diamond. That's a diamond right there, man. Hold on to that sucker. Good job. All right, speaking of Anthony again, check out a wide receiver. Yep, Tyler Lockett. 13 receptions, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns for a whopping 45.2. That's Anthony's Tyler Lockett. And since I'm speaking about Anthony, well, the second best receiver this week was Mike Evans with 12 receptions, 180 yards, and 1 touchdown, 40 fantasy points. Anthony's wide receiver. So Anthony's running with the best running back and the best 2 wide receivers this week. Damn, that's crazy. So Anthony, dude, whatever you ate the last couple of weeks, I want some of that. If you got a barbecue, invite me over. I would like some of that. I need to get that little final push, and you have plenty of it. So I need taking some of those kujus out. One for later. All right, so thanks. So if I win, you could thank Anthony, okay? Sorry, Tony. All right. Our tight end, he's actually, I think, appeared once in this award before. Check it out. Yep, Noah Fant. Only 3 receptions, but he went for a whopping 115 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, that was a big long bomb. 32.5 fantasy points, and he is a free agent. So he's Denver's rookie tight end, Noah Fant, or Fant, whatever way you pronounce it. But yeah, so he is available, free agent. So if you want to take a shot at that one, we have several teams on bye, a lot of big names. So obviously, Michael, your Patriots defense is on a bye. Huh? So who you gonna go with? You already have a backup? I forgot to check. But yeah, so I was looking at the season-long rankings for everybody. You know, Russell Wilson's obviously our best running quarterback right now. I think Dalvin Cook's just got the number 1 spot when it comes to the running back in fantasy. Gosh, who was the best wide receiver? It wasn't even your normal big name you're thinking of. It's actually, oh man, I'll get back to you on that one. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Tight end, and yeah, so a lot of people being on a bye. That's what it was. So yeah, so Patriots. Who else is the Jacksonville Jaguars? So the Fournette owners, you know, Minshew. He had a bad game, and I heard Foles might actually come back. So he might not have too much left. Let me look this up real quick. Since, you know, we're live and all. Well, live with me clicking, not necessarily you watching. But let's check this out again, because now I'm intrigued, and I hate when I don't have my information handy and written down. So I'm going to look it up. All right, you guys. So, yeah, so I was right on Russell Wilson, Christian McCaffrey. Whoa. Did I say Dalvin Cook? I was just raving on Christian McCaffrey, and I said Dalvin Cook is the leader. Dalvin Cook is our number 2 running back so far this season. McCaffrey is obviously our best. He's got 380 fantasy points compared to 326 on Dalvin Cook, so they're pretty close. So yeah, I wasn't so far off. Oh yeah, but Mike Evans is our best wide receiver this season so far, a whopping 202 fantasy points. Michael Thomas is a very close second with 200.1. So yeah, Cooper Kupp. Hey, Cooper Kupp's up there, 198. Austin Hooper, so best tight end. Travis Kelce moved up to the second. You know, he's been kind of quiet. Darren Waller, so our third best tight end. Our kicker, Harrison Butker. That is Lino's. And obviously the Patriots, which started this whole conversation. 362 fantasy points. Second place defense, 49ers with 248. So the Patriots got a whopping about 120 extra fantasy points on the lead on top of the number 2. So pretty crazy. But anyways, guys, I spoke about our tight end, but we haven't talked about the kicker. Check it out. Yep, I just mentioned his name a second ago. Harrison Butker. 2 extra point attempts, 4 field goals, 23 points. That belongs to Mr. Lino. So good job, sir. Good start on that. And ooh, check out the defense. Yep, the Cowboys. The Cowboys. 5 sacks, 1 interception, 2 fumbles, 1 touchdown, 42 fantasy points. That belongs to the one and only, the Cowboy man himself, with the cowboy hat. Actually, I need a picture with you with a cowboy hat to kind of go together. Cody, that is your defense. So I had high hopes that Ezekiel Elliott would just go off and give me 60 points last night. But the Cowboys defense were doing their thing, so not too much offense. I mean, not Mari Cooper. Gallup got the big, nice touchdown. Cooper did decent, but the Cowboys defense ran it with the 42 points. So good job, Cowboys. Not bad. Although, like I said, I wanted more offensive scoring, but I can't ask for everything. You can't get everything you want. So yeah, so I was looking at the rankings, guys. Now moving on to this other subject. Very close. Obviously, Michael and Anthony now tied at 7-2. Obviously, sadly, still Tony at the bottom with 1-8. And yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I believe Gabriel is sitting at the 6th position with 4 wins, 5 losses, still showing a negative win-loss percentage. And look at that. Look at these numbers. Lino 5-4, Gabriel 4-5, Jay 4-5, Charles 4-5, Teresa 4-5. Then it's myself at 3-6, Terrence 3-6, and Tony. Man, it's so freaking close. Literally the number 2. Oh, okay. Number 3, number 4. Okay, the top 4 people are pretty much. I don't want to say you're secure yet, because what if you end up losing 4 in a row? The 6-3 teams could be 6-7, being a negative, but or below 500. But I don't know, guys. The way it's working out, everybody's way too close. You got 1 team with 5 wins. You got 4 teams with 4 wins. 2 teams with 3, and then you have Tony at the bottom. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of the 12 people could still be moved up. Well, technically 2 of them are already on the top, but they could be in the top 6 by any given week. Like you lose 1, you could drop. Like who was the biggest drop this week? I was like, it could be me. I think I dropped 2. Let me see who had the biggest drop. Gabriel moved up 4. Holy crap! So he moved up 4. Teresa, yeah, she dropped 3. So that's a hard one. But again, guys, that is on 1 week. If somebody could move up 4 ranks, 4 in 1 week, it don't matter if you're down at the bottom at 10. If you could move up to 6 in 1 week, who cares? So don't lose hope. We still got plenty of football left. All right, guys. So so check out power rankings for points against. I'm still the leader at that. Freaking 1,900 fantasy points scored on my team, and my team has got a number 3 power rank. I am number 3 in power rank, and I'm ranked 10th in the league. I hate my luck. It's not with me this year, guys. It's not with me, man. But I never give up. So you should never give up. And last but not least, you guys, I know we don't do very, very many trades, but our trade deadline to trade anybody within our teams in our league is the 24th. So November 24th is the last day you could possibly do any kind of trade. I know some of you guys keep talking about trades and it goes on in the background. So not until it gets approved, I kind of get a word of it, but I think we only had 1 trade so far. I think it was Charles and Tony did a trade. I hear about Gabriel throwing out a couple trades here and there, but nothing's gone through. Right now I'm kind of crossing my fingers, right? I've been holding on to that AJ Green all freaking season, and he's projected to play this week as well. He's on my starting lineup. I don't care if he's never played before. I did not hold a guy for 10 weeks to not play him at least 1 time. So I know he hasn't played all season. But he's being plugged into my lineup just so I could see what the fuss was all about on me drafting him. I think I drafted him 6th overall for him to not even play until the 10th week of the season. That's crazy. So I'm going to plug him in. I don't care. But then that leaves me with too many receivers, I think. So if somebody wants a receiver, I know I don't have the greatest fantasy football outings out there. I have the names, but they don't have the numbers to back them up. But you never know. They could always turn them around being the big names that they are for a reason. So if you need some wide receiver help, shoot me a trade. We only got couple weeks left of that, so take advantage, you guys. So good job on the MVT. The runner-up very close. There were only 2 teams over 200 points. So yeah, a lot of well, I mean, it was high scoring in general, but not everybody ended up on the same team, so they didn't really bubble up too much. New donkey to talk about this week. So Tony, you're not in there this week, man. Good job. That's an improvement. So I would consider that a success. All right, guys. So without further ado, I think I'm done. The perfect lineup, low 400s, pretty good. And yes, I wish you guys good luck this week, Tony, you and I, buddy. And we have lots of good games coming up. All right, guys. So again, remember, a lot of players are on a bye. So check out those waivers. Again, there's not too many huge names. Just know about there were several injuries this week. The dude from Miami that got the starting lineup as running back, what is it, Mark Walton or something, got suspended for 4 weeks. I think Mike already picked up Balaj. I don't know if you did that because you have inside info or you just got lucky with it, but I think he's the next starter running back for that. So good job on that pickup. And yeah, all right, guys. I'm done. See you guys next week, and please watch the video and tell your friends. Okay? Cool. Adios.